So here's our last and final demo. And as I mentioned, getting your teams up and running fast with quick time for value around self-service bots is key for many of you and your teams. So this means it's super important for us at ServiceNow to deliver that for you. Now here is a very familiar user interface to many of you. It's Guided Setup. It was released way back before New York. It's found in many of our products like HR, GRC, security, and it's not just ITSM. But what's great about Guided Setup for conversational interfaces, it takes those baked in best practices, implementations that many of you are familiar with, and now begins to offer it to teams with pre-built steps and configurations. And furthermore, offers steps that can be shared with process owners or groups in Twilio, MS Teams, and so on. So it's not just the ServiceNow communication channel, it can be shared with all key process owners. So let's move on to topic recommendations. This is also being released in the store, but it's powerful. It uses intent mapping, basically leveraging machine learning to discover text associations and suggest topic conversations based on these machine learning findings. We can see out of the box, ServiceNow is already providing these flows around email issues, password reset, equipment needs, as well as VPN issues. So let's go ahead and quickly run a topic analysis. We can see analysis is in progress, and it's already has discovered 20 different topic recommendations. As I click on the tile here, process owners that are setting this up are given at a glance key information on what was discovered, such as the contact type, which group is handling the ticket, as well as language requests that have come in. Maybe it's coming in French or Japanese. It can be handled that way as well. To take this a step further, we can even click on these recommendations and bring them into a natural language understanding workbench or NLU workbench. As we go into the NLU workbench, we can see that topic areas, and we can start really to demystify the machine learning magic by reviewing record matches, intent words, and what was needed within these requests. So we can gain insight into the intent models and structures. Let's pull it back a little bit and take a look at NL Workbench in full detail. Here we can focus on table-specific terminology or vocabulary. We can see how it's being used in the organization, right? See how it's being applied, or if it can be applied to a net new self-help conversation. As we dive into here, we can see that experienced process owners who are familiar with the Now platform can really start to fine-tune the intents and the workbench properties. So earlier, we've introduced VA Designer a couple releases back, but in Quebec, we continue to add those out-of-the-box templates. And one I'd really like to spotlight is AI Search. AI Search is now being added into the lineup for VA. And what AI Search is, it's basically your end users now can use machine learning in any kind of functionality, search functionality in the service portal, in the virtual agent, things of that nature. And very simply, AI Search is, because it's included, it's for all end users, it's making it smarter. And as we filter on the topics, I'd also like to dive into a topic of incident auto resolution, something else we're bringing to the Quebec release. So opening up our VA or a VPN, we can see that topic flow is there, all the VPN activity is there, all the intents, conversations. But as we go into the properties, what's key here is we can see that some of these topics are available for auto resolution. So what does that mean? So auto resolution, let's look behind the curtain a little bit. We can see that it's pretty straightforward, right? By leveraging tables, topics, process owners can quickly get it up and running, even being able to retrain this process to auto resolute your end user's needs. So what does auto resolution look like? Let's jump into our backend incident form. We can show how incident auto resolution works. Let's say that an email or call came in and it gets logged manually or automatically. We'll do it manually this time, but it could come in via the virtual agent or something like that. The incident goes into the queue based on the task SLAs that are signed up in our auto resolution structure. It'll kick off a process. And just to highlight this process, instead of using a ServiceNow native UI, let's see this auto resolution process play out in MS Teams. MS Teams, right? ServiceNow really wants to meet employees in the communication channel of their choice. So we can see that the end user has requested VPN help, an email, the call that just came in, but the virtual agent seamlessly uses the MS Teams channel to ping the user to try to help them solve their VPN issue. We can see they offer prescriptive steps and orchestrated flows to help solve the issue. The other great thing is, what we're looking at here is that none of the information is ever lost or deprecated. It doesn't matter the platform. And now platform's ability to capture the information truly makes ServiceNow the platforms of platforms. And that touches on some of the enhancements we're bringing to VA today.